Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Air horns for the baby. She is crazy, dude. Crazy. Good morning, guys. What's up? I'm a little early, but also late. Billy in the house. Diz in the house. Air horns. No food show. Tim is occupied. But we did have some primary elections yesterday in Illinois. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk to you guys. It's going to be great. Oops. Oh, man, what's this? What's this?
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to discuss this administration's massive cover-up of the Epstein files in order to conceal President Trump's involvement. This cover-up reached its apex last month when Attorney General Pam Bondi falsely testified under oath before the House Judiciary Committee.
Greg, guess what? Greg, guess what?
Attorney General testified, quote, "There is no evidence that
Rand Paul
Donald
does
Trump
not like
has
him.
committed a crime. Everyone knows that," unquote.
Everybody knows.
This is a lie. In the 3 million or so documents that the DOJ has disclosed to Congress under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, there is credible evidence that Donald Trump committed a crime. And that, of course, excludes the nearly 3 million pages that the DOJ is refusing to turn over.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is mentioned thousands of times in the Epstein files. There are multiple allegations that he sexually assaulted young girls. But I want to focus on one victim's allegations that the FBI unquestionably found to be credible. The DOJ tried to hide reports of 3 of the 4 interviews that this victim gave to the FBI, but pressure from the media and Congress forced them to disclose them. And now we know why. She credibly accuses Donald Trump of sexually assaulting her when she was between 13 and 15. In each of her interviews, this victim recited the same account of her interaction with Donald Trump. On August 7th, 2019, she explained that she was between 13 and 15 when she was left alone with Donald Trump, who, quote, mentioned something to the effect of, "Let me teach you how little girls are supposed to be."
Ugh. Ugh.
Trump unzipped his pants and put her head down, quote, down to his penis, bit the...
This is not how I want to start my morning. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What the fuck? Can we just lock him up and be done with it? Right?
The S out of it. Trump struck the victim and said words to the effect of, "Get this little B the hell out of here." The victim advised that she bit Trump's penis because he disgusted her. She provided some additional details in the next interview 2 weeks later, And then a month later, she met again with the FBI and asked, quote, what the point would be of providing the information at this point in her life when there was a strong possibility nothing could be done about it. She didn't speak to the FBI again. But the FBI certainly found her story credible. In a 21-page PowerPoint presentation that the FBI made to prosecutors, they included this victim's testimony. They would not have done so if they did not find the evidence credible, which means that Attorney General Bondi lied when she stated under oath that there is no evidence that Donald Trump committed a crime. But we're just scratching.
Sounds like evidence to me. I mean, I'm not an evidence expert, but if somebody said that shit about Mikey Famine, I don't think they'd have any issues filing charges.
The surface, because the Epstein files also reveal that Donald Trump has made false statements over the past quarter century about Jeffrey Epstein. We know in 2002 he called him a terrific guy and said, quote, it is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. In a birthday card 2003 that Donald Trump gave to Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday, Donald wrote for himself that we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Enigmas never aged. Have you noticed that?
I always thought that shit was weird. Super fucking weird.
A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. And may every day be another wonderful secret. But in that same year,
Oh, they done brought in, they done gassed out Chris. That sucks, man.
Palm Beach County opened an investigation into Epstein that eventually was turned over to the FBI. The investigation became public in 2006, and the Palm Beach County police chief received a call quickly after from Donald Trump, where Trump told him, thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this. What innocent person calls?
Known he's been doing what? Doing what?
The police chief about an investigation upon just learning about it. The recent documents also show that Jeffrey Epstein emailed Ghislaine Maxwell and said, quote, I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Redacted victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. Trump also denied that he ever went on Epstein's plane. But of course,
he was using it in the campaign.
The Southern District of New York said that he was on his plane 8 times, often with young women. The reason why this matters is because we don't have half of the Epstein files. And if the Attorney General is covering this up in such a degree that she is redacting things from Congress, that she then, redacting things from the public that she then shows to Congress, what else is?
Come on, man. Look at this paper. Did they really think this was going to work? Did they think that was going to... I'll just redact the whole fucking page. I'll just do that. How long did they think that was going to work?
She covering up. And I would just show that this document here was redacted to the public. It was unredacted to Congress. And it completely disputes everything that
Yeah, dude, focus.
Donald Trump has said.
Cameraman working hard trying to focus this shit.
About Jeffrey Epstein, about what he knew about the allegations, about...
Okay, it says the Jeffrey Epstein spoke to Alan Garten, Trump's attorney. Garten arranged a 20-minute phone conference with Trump and Brad in lieu of a deposition following. The following was discussed. Below was redacted. I spoke to Alan Garten, Trump's attorney. There's a phone number. Garten arranged. Following was discussed. J.E. ever expelled from Mar-a-Lago? No, he was not a member. May have been a guest. Never asked to leave. Mark Epstein said Trump on J.E. plane. Is that true? I've been on a lot of planes. May have been on his plane. No young girls on plane. What do you know about the allegations against J.E.? Only what I read in the paper. Trump ever at J.E.'s house? I may have been there with my wife. Any young girls there? No. May have been children of guests, but that's it. Trump specifically asked Garten to advise us of the interview. Brett has also previously talked to manager at Mar-a-Lago, Bort Lemke, confirmed J.E. never asked to leave Mar-a-Lago. I kicked him out of my club. I kicked him out. You can't kick him out. He was never a member. He just got to slide through for free because he's your buddy.
His disgusting behavior about whether he'd ever been to Epstein's house, saying I may have been there with my wife. Asked if any young girls were there. No. He may have had children of guests, but that's it. Well, we know that's not the case. Right. Now, why is this important? Because if the Attorney General is covering up this information that she then reveals to Congress, what else is she covering up about Donald Trump's involvement in the Epstein files?
Yuck. Okay. Good on Mullins. Good report. But here we go. We got the results in from yesterday. So here is Illinois. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Yeah, I'm not going to put my address in there. Here's us in the country. I know some of you guys are international, so you don't really. So there's Chicago. You got Milwaukee. There's Detroit. Cleveland. And then there's the East Coast. And there's Minneapolis up here. All right, so let's check out these districts. The different colors are the different districts. I wish they numbered them. Well, there we go. District 12. District 15. 13. Oh, Nikki Budinsky. Ugh. Like, look at this district, bro. This district is all over the place. It goes all the way over to the frickin' Quad Cities, over to frickin' Indiana. This is all corn country out here. Corn and soybeans. What's this guy? This is 17th district. 16th. Robin Kelly. She's in the 2nd. Okay. South side. Let's see here. We got Lauren Underwood. Oh, here's District 1. All right. Jonathan Jackson. Okay. But the main district that was in dispute is this squiggly. Where is it? This squiggly guy right here. District 9. Which, I mean, who could say that these districts are gerrymandered? I mean, look at them. It's not like they literally go on frickin' this side of the highway versus that side of the highway. Breaking up, even individual towns have different districts, and like, it's so stupid. So stupid. You should just slap a grid on top of the page. Ellerfly, what's up? I hear a dog. Dog, what are you doing? Okay. Okay. So there's our districts. So here's some results. So Juliana Stratton wins. AP Reese calls that at 9:38. She is the current lieutenant governor. So she will be running as the Democrat for the Senate seat against who will be against Don Tracy. So one thing that's very funny about Illinois is, let's pull the map back up. If you look at the whole state, everybody lives up in this little corner up here. Like, Peoria is an okay sized town. Springfield's the capital. Bloomington Normal is where like U of I is, so it's like a couple of college towns are near here. But all down here is literally empty. Well, it's not empty, it's farms. It is just farms, farms, farms. You're going to see corn and soybean and corn and soybean forever. So when I go from Chicago to St. Louis to go see my family and stuff like that, it is a very boring trip because there is literally nothing to look at. But yeah, so most of the people live in these pack of districts this way. So Juliana Stratton, and this is across the whole state because it's the Senate and not just one individual district. This is to send somebody to D.C. to replace Dick Durbin. Thank God he's retiring. So she got 473,000 Democratic primary votes. And the GOP on their side, Don Tracy, got 211,000. So when people keep, like they say, these blue states and they just try to run everything and they think they can control all these people. I mean, what about the Republicans? Dude, the Republicans occupy all this area that has like towns of like 800 and 900 people in it. And then they get mad and they're like, how did we lose? How did we lose the election? Because you don't have any fucking people. I mean, this guy wouldn't have even gotten third on the Democratic side. Oh, wow. Christy says Nigel Farage called for the release of the imprisoned rapper. Oh, my God. What? What is his deal? Yo, y'all gotta get a handle on that guy. Why would we want to release Diddy? These people are weird, man. I don't understand these people. These right-wingers, man. Like, did he just like is he a fan of his music? Like, what could possess you to think that releasing that guy is in anyone's best interests? Jesus. Unreal. Why would he say that? Second place for the Democratic side was Raja. Raja got took a lot of heat because he takes a lot of money. Juliana Stratton had the same kind of accusations, but her accusations weren't like, oh, she took AIPAC money. It was like she took money from AIPAC aligned sources, which is weird to me because I was pretty sure that J.B. Pritzker, the billionaire, I almost said president, billionaire governor of Illinois, pretty much financed her whole thing. So it seems like a ploy, but at this point, we got to get rid of Dick Durbin. That's just the long and short of it. He's get to go now. I want the chat box a little bit bigger. Whoop. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Only two guys can trust me. Ugh. You have understanding the fashion. They're bona fide nuts. Like, I don't understand. Like, why would you want them out? Zero, behave yourself. Hey, stop. Hey, come over here. Come here. Zero the dog. Come here. Yeah. He's like looking around. I was like, is there another Zero? Here, come here. Lay in your bed. Hey, lay in your bed. Thank you. He likes to lay on the floor and get cat hair and everything all over himself. It's like, dude, you have a bed so you don't lay in the dust that comes from having a house. But Raja had a lot of name recognition here. I'll pull up one of his ads. It was pain ad. Let's see. Oh, this is from 10 years ago. Yeah, this is when
My name is Rajak.
This is when he first got in. Check it out.
Krishnamurthy, the progressive candidate for Congress.
Nice to meet you.
I approve this message because I have a long name and a short time to introduce myself. Come on.
I'm running for Congress. Here's my resume.
Says here you work for Obama?
I did.
Oh, you're progressive.
Protect Medicare and Social Security.
My parents are on Social Security. It's a personal issue.
Equal pay for equal work.
Absolutely.
That would be good.
Strengthen gun safety.
You're not afraid of the NRA and all those?
I'm not.
Raja Krishna.
Just call me Raja.
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 Raja. K-R.
Just call me Raja.
Oh, thank you.
So that was his thing. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm friends with Obama. Yeah, it's great. And he got, yeah, we're gonna talk about them, Billy. And so that was his thing, and he was just like this, just a nice guy. And then he did not vote well. Robin Kelly's from the South Side. I didn't think she had a shot. But that's Senate. Why can't I scroll down? Did I break something? What's going on here? The internet's breaking. Hello? My Chrome tab died? There we go. Things tripping. But again, I mean, you could put all of the Republican votes together. Actually, let's do that. Let's do that. Temperature. What do we got here? Yeah. So if everyone who ran as a Republican voted for just the top guy, they would have barely beat her by 20,000 votes. So when this goes to the actual election, this is not going to be close. This is going to be at least a 30-point blowout, I'm guessing, because all these people that voted for here, can you see this? There we go. All these people up here are not voting for fucking Don Tracy. Let's take a look at Don Tracy. Let's see what he's up to. But it's not going to be even close. This can't be right. Oh. It pulled up Dom Tracy. I was like, who the hell is this? Oh, here we go.
Well, primary elections in Illinois are now less than 5 weeks away, I'm sure you know, and we continue to talk to candidates vying for your vote in some of the biggest races in our state. It's been 16 years since the people of Illinois elected a Republican to the U.S. Senate, but today we're talking to one of the people hoping to change that. Don Tracy is a former chair of the state Republican Party and Illinois Gaming Board. He's one of several candidates running for the GOP nomination in the Senate race. Good morning, Don. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, Dana. Thanks for having me on.
I really appreciate that.
Hey, at least he's young. He looks like he's only 70.
Let's just get right to it. You talk about reducing energy, gas, healthcare, and housing costs, but you also criticize current Illinois lawmakers for being focused on what you say is an extreme agenda. What is your definition of an extreme agenda?
Well, they're Democrats' war on traditional, reliable, affordable energy. I mean, we're all environmentalists, but the far left Democrats are trying to go too green, too fast, and it's costing us all.
Is there a social component to your definition of extreme agenda, or no?
I don't.
She's like, did you want to answer the question?
Democrats are trying to go too green, too fast, and it's costing us all.
Is there a social component to your...
Dark Lord Greg says, damn, just past the gas station I frequently use, up a full $1 in 2 weeks. Whew.
Definition of extreme agenda, or no?
I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but Republicans are environmentalists. Remember President Nixon.
We do not care.
Say, oh, you think you about that? You think it's a game?
You don't want zero problems, big fella.
Sir, you're not ready for this. You've had 245 years to prepare.
a Republican started the EPA. But we are rational environmentalists, and we've been going green for a long time. I grew up in the 50s and in the 60s, and things were pretty polluted at that time. The air was polluted. There were smog alerts. I learned to ski in the Illinois River, and that was like an extension of the Chicago sewer. But things we've made a lot of progress, and we'll continue to make progress. But we can't go green overnight. It will bankrupt the country and our consumers.
So extreme agenda just means environmental to you?
No, it doesn't. It means...
Then why didn't you say that? That's what she was asking you. Perhaps you would be better served if you answered the questions posed to you rather than wax poetic about how the Republicans made the EPA. And I'm sure it was the Republicans in the in the oil field offices telling everybody to drill, baby, drill.
The extreme approach to crime, to like the unsafety, what I call the Unsafety Act. I mean, that's increased the cost of living as well. Shoplifting has become an epidemic because of soft on crime practices.
Uh-oh, hold on, Ollie, I got something for you. Hold on.
I know nothing.
Data shows that actually the so-called Safety Act has not led to an increase in crime by those who have been
So the Safety Act was pretty much where, let's say I commit a crime. I do a bad. I'm reckless driving. I'm driving too fast. No, because then that's still like a danger risk or something. I'm trying to think of like stealing, maybe stealing something. Maybe let's say I was stealing some shit. I stole an iPhone. So I got caught stealing an iPhone at the mall, and then the mall security tackled me, handcuffed me, and took me and gave me over to the authorities and took me to jail. Okay, so now I'm in jail. So then I see the judge, and the judge is like, all right, you stole a fucking phone. Did you steal the phone? I'm like, yes, I stole the phone. I'm like, all right, well, they're going to prosecute, so you're going to have to come back for the rest of your stuff, the rest of your hearings and your trial and all that stuff. With that, because I hold my innocence that I actually never did steal that phone. It fell into my pocket. With the Safety Act, I'm allowed to go home, and then I need to show up for court. Without the Safety Act, they can charge me whatever they want to charge me to let me get out of jail. And if I can't pay the money, then I have to just sit there. So what ends up happening is broke people can't just bond out. Rich people just bond out instantly. So what people noticed was it wasn't that we were reducing crime by not letting these violent phone snatchers and other kinds of people back into the general populace. Like, that wasn't happening. What was happening was people's lives were getting ruined because they are barely scraping by, and you took them out of work for 3 days, 5 days, 2 weeks or something until they can have their court case. And instead of just ruining all of these people's lives individually, what if we just let them go home, and if they don't show up to court, they have an even, you're going to get what you're going to get. So it empties out the jails, which makes them very upset, the Republicans. And it actually shows empathy towards people who make mistakes and then don't lose their entire lives, which would, people have kind of figured this out, leads to the recidivism. It leads to people doing more and more illegal things because they're in this giant financial hole now that they have to find a way to get out of pretty much instantly. And without any assistance. If only we just didn't stick them in jail the whole time so that they didn't lose their job, they didn't lose their apartment, their car didn't get repoed. You know what I mean? Like, it was starting to just reset people and take everything out of, like, all of their wealth that they had. And it's like for stealing a phone or for a petty crime, some sort of misdemeanor or something like that. Like, there's no need to do that. Just get their information. If you need to stick a tether on them, then you do what you got to do. Now, the Republicans have used the Safety Act to say that this is how murderers are going back out on the street. Problem with their little theory is you can't get out Like, you don't have a bond if you're a murderer. You get no bond. If you're a danger to society, the judges don't let you out. The jails don't let you out. So we're only talking about people that would have an opportunity to get released. They always obscure that fact to make it seem like, you know, oh, there's no way we're going to let all of these serial killers back on the streets. Like, they're not eligible for bond. They don't get that. Lost Mission says, how dare you? Loony progressives make sense. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But Mikey, jail isn't meant to be used against the wealthy unless it's making the wealthy shareholders more wealthy by using slave labor in the jails to profit private companies. There you go, Chris. You nailed it. And that's the thing. So it's like, on the plus side, the SAVE Act is toast. Credible reports. Yeah, I don't think that they tried to stick too much in there at the end. But that's what he's talking about, where everyone's so in duress and so under threat of this thing. He is.
Have you ever been wrong? I was like, no.
He's wrong.
What I call the Unsafety Act. I mean, that's increased the cost of living as well. The shoplifting has become an epidemic because of soft on crime practices.
Data show.
Now, could it be that shoplifting is up because people are broke or because of the Safety Act?
Shows that actually the so-called Safety Act has not led to an increase in crime by those who have been charged with a crime.
See, they want to, you know, you got to muddy the water a little bit. People have been shoplifting. It's probably because of this Safety Act. Correlation does not equal causation. People are broker. That's why people are stealing. Not because not because of this fucking guy.
Coming back out and committing another. That has been an issue for a long time, but that the Safety Act isn't directly related to that. That's at least according to data that I've seen.
Well, you can talk about data all you want, and people talk about it a lot.
Yeah, you guys gonna have your data that proves me 100% wrong, but that's not gonna change my mind. I'm not gonna let a little thing like data get in the way of my fuck.
That I've seen.
Well, you can talk about data all you want, and people talk about it a lot, and there's a lot of different data out there. But you know, when you have a career criminal, been arrested 72 times, trying to burn alive Bethany McGee on the CTA red line. Well, that's
awful.
That is absolutely awful. Or another career criminal who'd been arrested several times recently, taking a woman in a wheelchair, rolling her off the train and into the.
And see, this is the thing that cracks me up. As much as these, like, okay, so psychology time. When I'm talking about something that's grotesque and nasty and that is like putrid and hateful or violent against innocent people, I don't have a big fucking grin on my face. But when these motherfuckers talk about clearly tragic events that have happened, I'm pretty sure each one of those guys that he's talking about are like, they needed mental health assistance and probably some institution. But instead of them getting the mental health stuff, they just throw people in jail. So it's like, okay, well, what are you in jail for? Okay, dude, we can't keep locking this guy up because he stole a Mountain Dew. Well, if you let him out, he might do something else. That's not how criminal justice system works. You can't just lock people up until you think that they've learned their lesson. That's not what it's for. It's you did X crime, you get X punishment. Well, we should just keep certain people in jail forever. And let me guess, you want to be the one that decides who gets to go in and who gets to go out? I mean, what are we talking about here?
On the CTA red line. Well, that's
awful.
That is absolutely awful. Or another career criminal who'd been arrested several times recently.
Donald Trump? Oh.
Taking a woman in a wheelchair, rolling her off the.
See, he's smiling. See how he smiles while he's recounting these?
The train and into the platform, and then rape her.
Example.
Well,
many will argue it doesn't negate the.
And that's the other part. They bring up two spot cases when we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people that were just stuck in jail and losing their fucking jobs for, I stole, a phone, or I stole something, or I changed a price on something and got a, tried to get a flat screen for $300 because they cheated the little self-checkout thing. You want those guys to just lose their house and their car and their job and all that? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, it was a stupid fucking thing they did, and they're going to fucking pay for the TV, and they're going to fucking pay restitution to the store, and they're going to have to probably, sit or whatever. But to just snatch them out of society and say, I will give you no way to pay this back, but here's this giant fine.
Efficacy of the Safety Act, but if it's okay with you, I'd like to move on to another subject.
Okay, well, my state's attorney's friends, though, would not agree with what you just said.
You're down.
And we need to change that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, all over. We need to.
Greg says go to the British model and ship nonviolent offenders to Australia.
We need more. All felonies should be detainable. We need to give judges more discretion to keep those career criminals off the streets.
Let's move on to immigration.
And by the way, this is a side topic. But by the way, actually, I want to move this over here now, don't I? Yeah, I want to move this over here. By the way, there have been so many cases in Illinois only, that's the only one I'm talking about, of teachers getting with students. And we ain't talking about for no goddamn study session. And these little heifers, because there's a lot of women too, they just run around. They're fine. They don't have to, they don't have to worry about all this stuff. Oh, now it's over my face. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, let me move this up. Scroll up, damn it. Like this. There we go. I like it. Oh, my name is there. Let's move that right here. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. But there's tons of people who are felons. I mean, there's a lot of felony crime going on in Illinois. I don't think there's space for all of the felons. Most of them go home.
Those career criminals off the streets.
Let's move on to immigration. The Trump administration
I was looking up where
and
he's
DHS
from.
tactics for the immigration crackdown have raised a lot of controversy. You say securing the border is one of your top priorities. Do you agree thus far with the tactics being used by the DHS and Border Patrol agents? Would you support more of the same, or do changes need to be made?
Well, first of all, I fully support legal immigration. Secondly, it's under the Constitution, federal immigration law is the province of the federal government, not the state. I enforce
So he fully intends on bending over for Trump and ICE. I mean, he'll only be a senator, so it's not like he'll have any actual say in what happens in the state, but it's interesting that he's out here. I would let ICE do whatever they want to Chicago. I'd just let them do whatever they want. It's the federal government's job. Well, I hate to break it to him, but there's this little thing called the 10th Amendment, which enshrines state supremacy, which means that the states make their laws. The Illinois Constitution says that we're allowed to have sanctuary cities, so cry about it.
Immigration law enforcement, which has worked very well throughout the country, except in sanctuary cities. I lived in Memphis almost 8 years. They did the same thing. They did a surge down there, and it's worked very well.
So in the Senate,
but in the
continue to support.
Hey, oh shit! I almost knocked my coffee over. Hallie with the 2 British pounds, some foreign funds, just getting things civic. And this is part of the okay, crowd. Enough. America is so complicated. Which is why it pisses me off to no end when people who don't fucking live here just run around saying shit that is blatantly untrue. And like, well, this and this will happen. Well, that can't actually happen because those things don't interact with each other. But they will. Okay. What do I know? Damn near 40 years in this bitch. What the fuck do I know?
The current tactics being used in Democratic-led states like Illinois. You call them sanctuary cities, but they're still Democratic-led states. Would you support more of these same?
In sanctuary cities, immigration law enforcement is more of a challenge because of massive resistance.
Literally made up. Literally made that up just now.
Much like the massive resistance to civil rights in the South.
Guaranteed by the Constitution.
Yes, but the right to peacefully protest.
ICE is the only people that have hurt people at protests. Remember when ICE was running around crazy and talking shit to everybody? And they fucked around and fucking, like, they got surrounded or some shit. So they're like, quick, police, help us. Police, help us. And you know what the police did? They say, okay, we're coming to help. And them motherfuckers tear gassed them and ran away. They tear gassed the cops. Oh, God. Like, yeah, dude, I saw what you guys did for your, like, help and shit like that. You just fucking tear gassed the cops and ran.
Not violent or aggressive protest, but anyway, that's a separate issue. But what I will say about enforcement in sanctuary cities is that the administration has not figured out how best yet to enforce immigration law in the sanctuary cities. I think that's pretty obvious. But with Tom Homan in charge, who remember was Obama's border czar as well, and given
yeah, Obama sucks too.
An award by Obama, and then Trump's czar in first term, and now he's back in charge. I'm confident that the administration will figure out a better way to enforce immigration law in sanctuary cities.
What about some other Trump administration policies overall? There's so many things he's done. He's imposed, tariffs on certain countries for various reasons. He has also cut funding for some pretty significant.
Oh, I forgot this button.
That are willing to the establishment.
In programs in Democratic-led states, particularly, we just learned yesterday disaster relief is denied for Cook County after some severe flooding. He's cutting, we learned today, $5.2 million of the.
Again, and this is the shit that cracks me up. She is very nicely saying, Trump is trying to cut all the funding for anything that's in Illinois, right? Well, I just can't wait to fucking get his boot down my throat. I'm a boot gucker 9,000, baby. I ain't never seen a, like, what? Who are you trying to, like, impress, bro? He doesn't give a shit that you're a Republican in the state. He's cutting the funding to the state. And now, most of these fucking districts that are, populated by humans as opposed to populated by corn and soybeans, they have individual tax coffers where they can take care of their people. And it is those same tax coffers that they have to dip into and give to the state, which is then mealed out to all these fucking farmers who constantly rail against the people who are keeping them fucking afloat. Like, I love farmers. I love farmland. I love plants. I love being outside. I love all that shit. It is just super fascinating to me that the same motherfuckers that are sitting on that goddamn land waiting for the shit to grow have to fucking depend on everybody else to make sure that they do all right, because this is a society and we have to work together. That's fine, but we don't ever say, God damn it, farmers, fucking grow corn in 2 weeks. Why do you have to wait a whole season? Like, no one's yelling at you guys, but then your shit gets sucked up in a tornado and then this fucking tax money comes in there to help you out. And you're like, oh, I just... it's just that my neighbors were so good to me. Yeah, what about us? All the fucking people you hate.
Led states, particularly, we just learned yesterday disaster relief is denied for Cook County after some severe flooding. He's
well, you got dudes in dinosaur suits. The inflatable frogs. And the pink unicorns. Ugh.
We learned today $5.2 million of the administration to a program for new mothers at Lurie Children's Hospital. A lot of people say he is targeting.
Christy says, I'm sorry, but I have zero sympathy for farmers. They brought this on themselves. So as the old saying goes, reap what you sow. Womp womp.
Democratic-led states or blue states. Would you fight for Illinois and restoring that funding?
Oh, HWD down there. Thanks and bye. Oh.
if you were in the Senate, or would you just go along with whatever the White
Oh, he says, the political trash, the politics trash. I hope brave Americans will take their country back. We're going to try, damn it.
House policies are?
I will certainly fight for Illinois. I'm running to be the U.S. Senator from Illinois, and I will be representing my constituents, and I will not be a rubber stamp for anybody.
You won't. Do you want?
You just said you're going to... Never mind. I mean, I guess he didn't say it, even though he literally just said it.
President Trump's endorsement if you do win the GOP nomination?
I want the endorsements of the working families of Illinois. I want the endorsements of every voter of Illinois.
What about the president?
I will accept all endorsements.
Oh, look,
I've
Alan.
gotten most of the endorsements, all but one, I think. All the endorsements in this race in the Republican primary have come to me. So I'll accept all endorsements. But the endorsements I want are the endorsements of the voters on March 17 and then in November.
Okay, so you would seek President Trump's endorsement?
I have not asked the president for an endorsement, and I don't plan to. But if I'm given that endorsement, I will accept all endorsements, all reasonable endorsements. I will accept an endorsement from the president of the United States.
Okay.
You think that's going to fly here? You know, it's weird. Trump's tower downtown, built by undocumented. Oh, this guy. Here, I got another thing. So this guy is part of the Tracy won the 2026 Republican Senate primary yesterday, beating out attorney Jeannie Evans and National Director for Polish American Congress PAC Casey Chlebek. You know what's funny about that? Where do you think the undocumented workers that Trump used to build this tower, guess where they came from? And guess why we had to get those real IDs? Because not him, but the governor at the time, Governor Ryan, him and the Secretary of State, who's in charge of like the DMV and like driver's licenses and more importantly, commercial driver's licenses, CDLs, they were just giving CDLs to people for $500. You just pay $500 and you got a CDL, which was a lot of money back in like 2002 or 3 maybe. So they were paying for licenses and the people couldn't fucking drive. The only reason we fucking knew this is because a guy was fucking not paying attention, staying still traffic on 55 North going into the city. And he's cruising along in his big ass fucking dump truck and plows into a line of stopped cars, killing like 2 families. So when they did the investigation and they looked at his CDL and they realized it was fraudulent, it was like, where the fuck did you get this? And that's when the whole thing became unraveled after we had an accident. The guy that was here was a leftover from building fucking Trump's fucking tower, by the way. Because he didn't fucking pay those people. He stiffed them. 3,800 workers are on strike at a massive U.S. meatpacking plant. They want higher wages and better health care. Ooh, this is in Colorado. Okay, about 3,800 workers at one of the nation's largest meatpacking plants began striking Monday in Colorado, and what union representatives said was the first walkout at a U.S. beef slaughterhouse in 4 decades. Hundreds of strikers picketed outside of Swift Beef Co. Plant in Greeley, owned by JBS USA, as the sun rose Monday. Then walked back and forth in the morning cold, bundled in blankets. Some of yelled, Heluga. Huelga. Oh, it's Spanish. Yeah, Huelga. Spanish for strike. Other carried signs saying, please don't patronize JBS, written in both English and Spanish. The strike follows accusations from union officials that the company retaliated against workers and committed other unfair labor practices amid contract negotiations. A spokesperson at JBUSA said Monday that the company stood by its contract offer, describing it as fair and blaming the union for ending negotiations. Union officials alleged the company refused a request to negotiate over the weekend before their contract ended Sunday night. So the company didn't even want to show up on the weekend to work out a deal. They said, no, it's Friday. It's 4:30. We're not going to get that started. They don't really value their workers. And we're the ones that help them get all their profit, said Leticia Avalos, a 34-year-old union steward and Greeley native who was working at the plant since 2020. Avalos said she depends on the job to support her family including 6-month-old baby, but she's willing to make sacrifices to get the company to listen. Wow. So they got safety issues. Federal program is soaring beef as the strike comes after. The strike comes at a 75-year low in the numbers of U.S. cattle, with January 1 inventory of 86.2 million animals, down 1% the prior year. President Donald Trump's tariffs on Brazil, a major beef exporter, have also curbed imports. Pressed to act on affordability issues after Republican losses last November, Trump accused foreign-owned companies of driving up U.S. beef prices and asked the Department of Justice to investigate. Meanwhile, beef prices have soared to record levels, in part after drought and years of low prices offered to ranchers led to the smallest U.S. herd size in decades. The price of 100% ground chuck beef more than doubled over the past 2 decades, from $2.55 to $6.07 a pound, according to Bureau of Labor Statistics. The increase has added the economic anxiety in the U.S. The Trump administration has promoted a trade deal with Argentina in efforts to lower prices for food, including beef. And I mean, I'm not sure. Again, this is one of those things where people ask for shit and then they have no clue what they're fucking asking for. Like, these people think that they can just fuck with markets and then the market will never like rebound or bounce back. Like, these fucking workers at all these plants, they don't care about your trade disputes and your, I'm going to fix the imbalance of the such and such and they don't give a shit about any of that. You know? They're just trying to fucking go to work and pay their bills, and they know that you're not fucking paying them. So if you don't want your crisis to get worse, you should probably fucking take care of your people. Because I'm telling you, once they find another job, they're not going to come back to that fucking slaughterhouse. That's for fucking sure.
There's so much I was hoping to get to, which I was fearing we would not because of our time constraints, but I hope we can continue the conversation later if you indeed get the nomination.
What a fucking clown. What a clown. Yeah, so there's your Don Tracy with his 211,000 votes. And it was funny because we overheard an old man who was in there with, went into the gymnasium after me and my wife walked in to vote. And they like ask you which, because it's the primary, so it's the ballots are segregated by party. So I got the Democratic one, and the old guy got the Republican one, and I was just like, I hope he realizes that we just canceled out anything he's gonna do. Like, I don't get it. Like, just move out of the state. Just go to Tennessee or wherever the fuck you want to go. Okay, so here's House District 1. He won uncontested. And then these two people went after. I mean, look at the vote numbers here, guys. 12,000 in District 1. And this is like deep in the city. This is South Side. 12,000 votes for the Republicans. And they keep and they keep acting like we're just barely getting cheated out of our fucking election. Bro, you are nowhere even close. Nowhere even close. Oh, and here's the, this is who I was going to pull up. Darren Bailey. The only Darren I like is fucking Daily Blase. You heard it here first. Oh, I'm not watching a 14-minute thing. Oh my God, look at this guy. Let's see this one.
Here at the Darren Bailey election night gathering, watch party, celebration, as it turns out, certainly emptied out here. But Darren Bailey did take the stage here for the first time since winning the Republican nomination for governor for the second time just about an hour ago. Now, Bailey taking a noticeably softer approach than he did 4 years ago, specifically with regards to Chicago, essentially apologizing for how he described the city during his first run for governor. He also
you don't want to talk shit about the money back? You figured out it was a bad idea to insult the people that make sure that your fucking town keeps its fucking gas and lights on? Who make sure that you fucking have money to get the trees off of the top of your fucking homes when the tornadoes come through? To pump out the water and fix the water mains when the floods come? Oh, you finally figured that out?
Also said 4 years ago he talked too much and that he listened too little. And this time, instead of attacking people because they think differently, he says,
Lord have mercy. If I haven't seen them motherfuckers at the grocery store 1,000 times complaining about the price of something.
He'll work with people from all backgrounds, specifically including Democrats. In the first 2 minutes of his victory speech, Bailey directly addressing voters in the Chicago area.
To my friends in Chicago, I know
he booed. You hear somebody say boo. How you boo Chicago? What the fuck? Y'all just hateful.
To my friends in Chicago, I know I've got a Southern accent. Some folks have said that I talk funny. But from Carbondale to Wilmette, Quincy to Danville, one thing remains the same. Those bills in your mailbox, they don't care about anyone's accent. That's because this problem isn't regional. It's leadership.
I'm dead. He said, you know what doesn't have an accent? Bills. And the Republicans were like, that's my guy. I love him. He's so perfect.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh my God.
And another significant primary we've been following tonight, as you mentioned, is the campaign of Don Tracy as he secures the Republican nomination for the U.S. Senate seat, of course, vacated by Senator Dick Durbin. Of course, Tracy, too, faces a steep uphill climb to mount a serious challenge, we're learning, to Juliana Stratton. And we're learning tonight Republicans, including Tracy and Darren Bailey, are going to work immediately. They're gathering tomorrow for what they're calling a unity breakfast in Naperville. They say the breakfast is an effort to show how Illinois Republicans are standing together for a brighter future.
Yeah, so he wants to go to the inner city town of Naperville, which is 45 miles due west of Lakeshore Drive. Nowhere fucking near the city, and also very affluent.
For the state of Illinois. We're live in Springfield. Rob Hughes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Rob, great job down there tonight.
That's okay. So that's okay. Pritzker's fine. Cake walk. And I mean, even for like the GOP primary for governor, he got 299,765 votes. The lady running for Senate on just the Dem side got 473,000 votes. Like, this is what I'm saying. They have no numbers. So while people keep screaming and yelling that MAGA is taking over the country and everyone's going to be absorbed by the gelatinous slime that is MAGA, they really don't have the numbers. I don't know if this has a breakdown of it, but my mom is down in Alabama, and she was telling me they had I think a snap meeting for governor or mayor or something like that down there. Maybe mayor of Birmingham. And they had like 40% turnout. 40? Come on, y'all. You just got to go in there and fucking fill in the little bubble in the thing and get these bitches out of here. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Get him out of here. All right. What else is going on? Oh, am I the right one? Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, they only had a few of them. Where's District... Oh, here we go. Oh, this is how you do it. Okay. So here's District 2. I don't know. That's right up in the city. Against the lake. Okay, so Donna Miller, congratulations, I suppose. Delia Ramirez, uncontested in 3. Patty Garcia, uncontested in 4. Oh, Mike Quigley. It's a familiar name. He won in D5. D6, Sean Caston beats out Joseph Rizuvich. Looks like on the inner north side. Okay. LaShawn Ford. D7, he wins. D8, Melissa Bean. Okay. Numbers look fine. Like, you guys know what I'm getting at here. All right, here we go. D9. D9. Look at how many fucking people, what is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 people on the Democratic primary for District 9. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but this is some dog shit. Why are all these people in this race? That's what I want to know. Why are all of you running? So we're going to take a couple minutes here, and I want to see what the digital internet footprint of some of these fucking spoilers are. Because Billy brought it up earlier. The Unmute Illinois bullshit. Oh, I messed it up. Put it on here. I gotta stop switching keyboards. Huh? It doesn't even come up now? Did they get rid of it? Wasn't it Unmute Illinois? No, I can't find it. Is it gone? All right. Well, pretty much it was this fucking what? Let me see if I can find the link from yesterday. But essentially, it's. Let me just grab the clip. There's been some canoodling. There's been some canoodling. Here, let's watch Cat.
Hey everyone, I don't know if you heard, but we didn't win, and it really fucking sucks. We came really close, and it sucks, but it's something that no one in power even expected would be possible at all. I need to stress to every single person in this room that this does not mean that the last year has been for nothing. Tens of thousands of people powered this campaign, knocking doors, making calls, donating what they could. We fed and clothed thousands of people across the 9th District. We forced our opponents to the left and to be more aggressive against this administration. We did all of this together from the ground up with everything against us.
That's right. Air horns for Kat.
We had millions in APAC spending, dark money smear campaigns, institutional power, tipping the scales, and we made them use their entire arsenal. Shit we've never even seen before, just to beat us. And that's just for now. We showed that politics can be more than backroom deals and reliance on the ultra-rich. It can be helping others, it can be a community, it can be a team sport. We were able to change the conversation in this district and nationwide. We have done so much that has never been seen before in American politics. We have set a new standard for what people should expect from those trying to represent them. Incredibly proud of what we built together and deeply grateful to every single person who believed in this campaign, especially my staff. I'm not going to go further than that because I will cry because I love every single one of them so much. Shout out to our staff, please. I'm so astounded by how many of you that are with us have never been involved with a campaign or maybe never even voted. That's incredible. Whether you came here because you donated a jacket to our mutual aid hub, or because you saw us on a live stream, or because one of our volunteers wouldn't stop calling you. Thank you for being involved. And the work isn't over. There are progressives all over the country who are taking a chance just like we did, and we have to help them win. No matter how hard it is, we have to send a message to this administration and anyone who enables it, and I'm talking directly to them right now. You and your jobs are not safe. This is the start and not the end. We are not tolerating the status quo. You cannot kidnap and kill us and our neighbors. You cannot start illegal wars. You cannot trample on our rights and see our lives as a means for profit. We will continue to come back, and every single loss like this one just makes the path easier for the next person who takes the same chance.
We're going to get into what they did.
We are not done, and I am not going anywhere. When I said I would spend every single waking moment of the rest of my life to hold this administration accountable, win or lose, I fucking meant it. And I know all of you do too. So thank you for supporting us. I'm sorry that this sucks, but fuck Trump, fuck ICE, free Palestine, and I love you all.
Did my girl dirty, man. Did my girl dirty. I love how the APAC candidate got like 9 million and lost. I sent you a pie chart on Unpack. Spin it into Facebook. Let me grab that. Boop, boop, boop. Because it has been pretty obvious. Let's see here. Super PAC spending in Illinois races. Total spending more than $56.9 million. This is just the primaries, y'all. We're not even into the real race yet. APAC and aligned groups, $19.9 million. Crypto, $14.1 million. That's what Raja was taking. Crypto and AI money, $2.5 million. And all the others, $20.4 million. So when, 2/3 of the spending on elections is APAC, AI, and crypto, this is the dog shittery that you get. Here's the clip we were watching yesterday with Chris Hayes.
The three candidates from an unknown source. Democracy Unmuted has a Illinois Night voter awareness campaign.
Yeah, and the website is started 2 weeks ago. It's got like
Here's the website.
Some big words, and it says democracy, fight, things like that. And then it's a crap website. Right. It's got a jot form at the bottom that goes to nowhere. I filled it out, and it's like thank you, and then nothing. It doesn't go to your email. I don't know what they did with my email now. I'm probably on a list, but so it's a crap website. And so she says no, but we checked it out and we did some searching, and it seems like some other influencers ended up taking that money. Oh, do you have it?
We do. So I'm going to show this. I think we have this is an influencer from Missouri who goes by the name The Woke Ginger.
Indeed.
He has a red hair, as you'll see, and here's what his video sounded like.
Your vote in the primary on March 17th will determine who represents you in Congress. And get this, there are 16 candidates running to replace Jan Schakowsky at the end of her term as she retires. So it's important to look past viral personalities and ask who is running and why.
So look past viral personalities, ask who is running and why.
So I'm not gonna play the whole thing again, but there was a bunch of motherfuckers doing this. Don't even fucking live in D9. Don't even live in fucking Illinois. But they're making posts to their 1 million followers, their 1 million subscribers. Maybe some of them are in the Chicagoland area, and they're down speaking a candidate that they can't even vote for. You know, they're interfering in a progressive trying to get forward for just no reason. Because when they asked him, "Hey, did this group contact you? Did they offer you money?" He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't take any money." And then he fucking deleted the post and posted an apology. Where's the apology thing at? Oh yeah, this chart says it all. Look at this. Look at this. So the red one, the red bar, I know it's hard to read, is Elect Chicago Women, aka ECW, and then EDW Action Fund. Almost $5 million for one candidate. And if you look way at the bottom, you can see Kata Bugazela with $0 from fucking PAC money. Zero. She took no PAC money. And let's see what she got. She was 4,000 votes shy. 4,000 votes shy. Now look at all these fucking trash bags. And sorry, guys, you're fucking trash bags. For a generational talent like Kat Abugazela to be fucking running. And here, look, here's Laura Fine. With her fucking 20% of the vote. 24,616 votes. The AIPAC and them spent fucking $5 million to bleed off that fucking 4,000 votes that she needed. What was that, $1,100 a vote that they invested? $1,100 a vote to fucking switch people off of her into somebody else? Like, it's so, and this is the shit that gets people done with politics forever, right? It's like when you believe in a campaign, you listen to the person, everybody does exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and then suddenly and magnificently, you know, all these random ass fucking let's look up some of these people. That's what I wanted to do today. I want to know. Tell me about yourself, Mark Fredrickson. I mean, this dude's not even pulling up on fucking YouTube right now. Yeah, I don't even see him. I'm gonna have to fucking Google him. Because I'm telling you, these people are literally fucking spoilers. Here we go. See what Ballotpedia has to say. Are you kidding me? Born in Danville, graduated from Sklarman Academy, earned a bachelor's degree from the SIU, Carbondale, in 1980. Jesus Christ, dude. And a graduate degree from Keller Graduate Institute of Management in 2000. IT consultant and a lawyer. He's been affiliated with Northwest. Okay. Is there nothing about him? Oh, good. Oh, here we go. This is way easier. Thank you, Ballotpedia. Get out of here. Mike Simmons. Mike, what's going on, man? Political science degree from Amherst College in 2006. Experience includes working as My Brother's Keeper Alliance and the CEO of founder Blue Sky Strategies and Co. That Blue Sky? A fellow with the leadership Greater Chicago and Deputy Commissioner of Chicago. Okay. Oh, the policy director for former Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel and Cook County Commissioner Bridget Gaynor. Two horrible fucking people. A legislative correspondent, staff assistant, and leadership. Dude, he's Dick Durbin's fucking errand dude. An intern and policy assistant at Aon Corp. And an intern with Barack Obama's U.S. Senate campaign. And an intern with... Oh, my God. Mike, why are your politics so bad? Can I just go back? Oh, no. Oh, good. It opened a new thing. All right, let's see what this Phil Andrew is talking about. Not the fedora. Or didn't even answer the candidate survey. Dude wanted to inside track. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is the shit that just like what Chuy Garcia fucking pulled off. Progress only, you'll understand this. The deadline was Friday for putting in your paperwork to run for office, and he announced that he wasn't going to run again at 4:30 p.m. And suddenly and mysteriously, his assistant, his number one, suddenly had all of their paperwork together and turned it in at like 4:45. Like, you didn't even let the people know. Like, you didn't even let other candidates know that you weren't going to run, so other people could run for your seat, and you just, you're just going to let it just slide to them on some slick shit. Come on, man. Does he not have anything? Get out of here. Go away. Go away. They don't even have any information about him. What's going on? Where's his shit? Oh, here we go. This is nice. Oh, where is he? Where's he at? Where is he? I think I lost my page. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this Phil Andrew. What the fuck are you running for, bro? Like, what is... Do you have a web... Do they have a link to his website? Or what's going on here? Can I get some information? Can I get some information? There we go. Jeez, brother. What the hell? Bringing his lifetime of experience fighting gun violence to make real change happen. Endorsed by Brady Pack. Man. Oh, that's it. This, oh my goodness. Ah! Issues. Oh my goodness. And see, like, this is so milquetoast cookie cutter. Like, dude, you don't have a fucking new and interesting idea. And he's funded by these PACs and shit like that. So if you guys like, this is the shit that I be talking about. I'm gonna keep going through these people. Apparently, this girl got a lot of stuff. Is at-large member of the Skokie School District. There's just tons and tons and tons of people in these elections that have no intention of doing anything in office. They are running to run only, and they just want to.
Around here, our motto is... Yes, we can. But these guys in Washington get a big fat no. Insider said a 19-year-old Muslim woman couldn't get elected, and I said no. When lobbyists offer me PAC money, no. When ICE came to kidnap our neighbors, no. I'm Bushra Amiwala, and I'm running for Congress to lower costs. Yes. Deliver affordable health care. Yes. And put an end to politics.
Brother, let me level with you here. Like, I'm so sorry, but you can't literally steal Kat's whole thing. You can't steal Kat's whole thing and then run. And then look, she ran and got fucking 5,000 votes. If you would have just fucking told your people, hey, I'm backing out, y'all go vote for Kat. Kat would be in there. You know what I'm saying? But look, what's this guy all about? What's your major malfunction over here? Okay. Oh, he's a member of the Illinois House of Reps. So he's in the Illinois House because we have our own house. Let's see what your website's talking about. I mean, come on, guys. This is his website? Oh, just okay. BA in Sociology, intensive with Economics and Anthropology from Yale. AM in Policy at Harvard. Formerly was the Investments and Innovation Lead at a social impact investments firm in Chicago, led social innovation initiatives at several technology startups, and conducted public policy research. Refugee from Vietnam and the first Vietnamese American and refugee to serve in the General Assembly. So what is this? What is he? These his votes. Home repair, attorney's fees, AI use in home. How did you vote on that? Can I look? Creates the Artificial Intelligence Systems Use in Health Insurance Act. Provides that the Department of Insurance's regulatory oversight of insurers includes oversight of insurers' use of AI systems to make or support adverse determinations that affect customers. Fucking AI, bro. Give me a fucking break, dude. The AI bro is running and getting 2,000 fucking votes. Like, what are we fucking doing, dude? All right, let's see what your campaign website's talking about. You got one picture that you took. Oh, Jesus. Now you got a fucking pop-up that I can't get rid of. All right, let's see what you're talking about then. Lifelong Evanston resident, 6 years in the community, graduate of Evanston Township, Morgan State University, good degree in marketing. Great for public works in Congress. Professional experience in healthcare, education, corporate America, and the American Bar Association. Daughter of Iris Johnson, respected public servant who laid foundation for congressman. Okay. Like, this is not enough. Like, what do you, like, this is, I don't understand why they keep, like, dude, what do you, like, you don't have a different anything. Why I'm running. Rooted in a family deep with ties to legislative services, community services, and military dedication. My story begins with parents and grandparents who instilled in me the values of perseverance and commitment. Brother, I don't give a fuck about your upbringing. What is your, what? This is not even clickable, brother. This is, oh my God, this is the whole website. Wow. That was fucking bold as shit to fucking put the fucking November date on there. That was bold. Yeah, written by AI, I'm guessing. Absolutely. This is just so disgusting, dude. So fucking disgusting. Jeff Cohen. Okay, Jeff, you fucking signed up for this shit as if you were gonna win. Let's check out your website. Okay. Why an economist? Get involved. Priorities. Home. Let's go to the home page. All right, what do you got to say?
Hey there, I'm Jeff Cohen, and like a lot of middle-aged dads, I've got hobbies. I race old sports cars.
And like everyone thinks they're a fucking comedian now. You know what I mean?
I don't win a lot. I play in a band around Chicago. I even own a small part of the most recent professional sports team in Chicago to make the playoffs in Ultimate Frisbee. But the thing is, those are just side gigs. At my day job, I'm an economist, and I've been one for 30 years. I even wrote an economics textbook. So I've got a pretty good idea about how the economy works. I also know why it's not working for the majority of Americans.
Like, that's fucking fantastic, dude. But what is that economics degree going to do to put a fire in your belly to fucking fight back against the Republicans in D.C.? That's what you're going to go do.
Why costs go up while your paycheck doesn't, why you're spending more on health insurance while it covers less, and why owning your own home in America now feels like something out of an old-time movie. So I'm running for Congress because you deserve an economy that actually works for you. It starts with getting rid of Donald Trump's chaotic economic nonsense. From incoherent tariffs that will raise prices to deep tax cuts for good life. Let's try something different. Let's give the...
Are y'all impressed? I'm not. Yeah, Gina, no passion. Where's the fire? You know? Yeah, democracy unmuted. Yeah, I found it. Thank you, Allie. Let's see. Justin Ford, another person. Like, what is he doing? Like, this guy, like, this is what, like, I'm not saying people can't think that they're going to do things that are hard to do. Trust me, I know. But what are we talking about, guys? Save Social Security, 4-day work week, affordability crisis, why I'm running. There's for father, public health, professional, union organizer, neighbor. Okay, well, there you go. You just fucking alienated 50% of your fucking fan base right there. Yeah, climate change, I mean... And don't get me wrong. You guys know I'm a fucking tree-loving hippie anyway. But don't kid yourselves that running on I'm going to green up everything is the fucking wave right now. We have fucking Nazis marching down the street, and you guys cannot run on fucking, you know, green energy.
Hey, I'll keep this short. If you're not really into politics, that's okay. Most people aren't.
He has 30 fucking subscribers, dog.
I'm Justin. I work, pay rent, worry about healthcare, bills, and whether things are getting harder instead of easier.
Yeah, the 9th is on the north side, so I hear what he's saying, but also fuck the Cubs. I'm from fucking St. Louis, Progress. Like,
for Congress because people who live real everyday lives rarely get a seat at the table. And I think that's part
God,
of
it's
why
so
things
fucking
feel
quiet
so
in
broken.
Hands.
I'm not here to convince you of anything. I just want to share what I've learned over the past few months of running.
Like, is he fucking kidding with that fucking donkey picture behind him? Like, what is happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy... You see what I'm saying? Like, this is such a joke. And they got like 10 of these bozos fucking running. No offense, guy.
And why? If we do not pay closer attention, we may never again get leaders like Teddy or Franklin Roosevelt. Leaders who are willing to challenge the system and make it work for regular Americans. You're interested in...
Bro, you're running for Congress. What are you talking about?
Hearing more? You can click the link below.
Other comments on this? Of course, the comments are turned off. Brother. Bro, when I tell you motherfuckers that these are fucking industry plants, I hope you know what I'm saying. Because that's what this is. They're just plants. All right, Bethany, what you got? Look at all these Man, I wish they had the fucking... That's it? What's your Blue Sky looking like? 70 followers. She's reposting Daniel Bliss 3 months ago. I mean, if this doesn't prove what I'm fucking saying, what else will? What else will? Yeah, okay, fuck the Cubs. Wow. So 3 months ago on Blue Sky, she's praising Biss and for stand up to Greg Pavino. I would like to start seeing some public notices about the general area that ICE is in so that people can be safe. This could be done through our 311 app. Very proud of Dan. No fucking motion, dude. She tagged his ass in it and he didn't even fucking repost it. And even he's only got 4.2K. Let's see how many cats got on Blue Sky. 329,000 people. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm talking about? Like, it's just so fucking bananas to me. And she did all that. She made that fucking bullshit website for 500 votes. She filled out all the paperwork and all that shit for fucking 500 votes. And to put this up. They're just bleeding fucking people off of cat. That's all this was. Sam Poland. Let's see what you're talking about. Let's see whose fucking camp you're from that you're fucking running in this campaign. Just to spoil shit. A new generation of Democratic leadership. Defend the Constitution and the rule of law, restore and defend civil liberties, building an equitable path to the American dream. No, you will not be getting. I'm just looking for hidden buttons and shit. Sometimes I have that. And look at this expensive website. Issues. Why I'm running. Everything will be all right in the end, and if not so, then it is not the end. Fernando Sabino. Good quote. That phrase captures something deeply American. Perseverance through adversity. Calm in moments of uncertainty. Come on, brother. What's his name? Sam Poland. What the fuck? Gina said even I have more subs than this guy.
I am running for Congress here in the 9th District. I grew up in Wilmette, Illinois. I went to New Trier High School, and after college, I served in the United States Army for 10 years on active duty. I spent 5 years as a special operator, and I've deployed 3 times and achieved the rank of captain. After the military, I moved to the Pentagon as a senior policy and strategy advisor. I used to brief the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, as well as the commander of NORAD and U.S. Northern Command. It's a fancy way of saying I used to brief the generals that would then brief the president about 2 hours later. So I've had a lot of experience really high up in that level of government in the national.
And see, what would have happened if that motherfucker won? You know what I'm saying? A Republican would have fucking taken his lunch. Howard Rosenblum. Let's see what you're talking about. From Evanston. There's a lot of Evanston people in here. Like, why is there religion and profession on here? I don't know why that's appropriate or necessary. Howard has defied the odds to become a civil rights litigator that has taken on and defeated President Donald Trump and seeks to fight the radical agenda to take away our constitutional rights. You don't need to be in Congress to do that, because once you go into Congress, you're not going to be fucking doing anything, right? So the people we send to Congress need to be able to listen to the people and then scream and yell at the Marjorie Taylor Greens and Boberts and fucking Howleys of the world, and we need to displace all of the fucking Moskowitz and the fucking what's his name, Jeffries and Schumer. Like, that's who needs to be gone. That's who we're getting rid of. These do-nothing Democrats. Oh, my God. He's in Skokie. Like, cool. You're going to be a lawyer. Do you think you're getting on any fucking committee chairs? Appointed by Obama, and served in the White House Access Board from 2010 to 2022. Oh. So you went to the UN for Obama while he was drone striking, and you want people to vote. Like, this is such a joke. 259 votes. Nick. All right, Nick, let's see what you're talking about. Come on, man. Are we kidding right now? It's one page. I live and grew up in the Chicago area. I've been a public school teacher, a federal prosecutor, and a product strategy leader at Microsoft. In 25-26, I ran for Congress. I believe what we need is expansive vision for the future to exit the tragic present, and that's what I'm working on. What is this? Corporations and elected officials are bending to the Trump administration. They should... Come on, dude. This is not a campaign. Like, you're supposed to be representing the... What? I'm not giving you shit. Oh, my God. Is this other link from that same site? Are you kidding? How many votes did he get? How many people voted for him? 211 people voted for him. At least Natalie withdrew. But, I mean, this guy's the Obama guy. This guy had nothing. She's literally a cat fucking clone. This guy's an AI guy. This lady had nothing to talk about. This guy is an economist who had nothing to talk about. This guy has literally no fucking presence online, no fucking motion, no juice. This lady literally has a fucking carbon copy website. This guy can't even fucking talk into a camera without shitting himself. This guy has literally nothing on his website, and he fucking worked for the Obama fucking drone strike brigade. This guy literally has nothing, and this guy literally has nothing. But somehow, with all of that shocking, amazing pieces of talent, these people somehow drained 20,000 votes out of the fucking thing. Out of the fucking pool. So between their fucking drain and Laura Fine with her APAC funded ass, you know what I'm saying? That's the race. If these fucking other... God damn it, mouse. Oh, I can't make that bigger. All right. Well, fine then. But yeah, you got fucking... What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people. 14 people that didn't have a fucking snowball's chance. Just bleeding votes off of Cat. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then they wonder why people are disenfranchised, and they wonder why people don't feel like they're listened to.
Are voting somewhere, and today that somewhere is Illinois, where all eyes are on the Democrats and a crowded and combative race to replace retiring Senator Dick Durbin.
Kay says, yeah, this is such a rat fuck. Like, it's fucking collusion, bro. And then people wonder why, like I swear to fucking God, we need one fucking billionaire to give us, like, the seed money. And we need to get, like, some sort of leftist progressive party. Even if it's DSA, I don't even give a shit. But there's gotta be something. Because this duopoly is such a fucking joke. For them to just fill the ballot ticket up with useless motherfuckers. Sorry, no offense to any of you individually. I'm sure you're a fucking nice person. I'm talking about the strategy of the race and and the betterment of the country and the district itself. Like, you don't do anybody any fucking favors by pulling 700, 800 votes off of some shit. You are a spoiler. I don't have the time now, but their finances need to be looked into. Each and every one of them. Because that's fucking crazy. And it wouldn't fucking shock me for a minute if AIPAC and the DNC's fingerprints were all over that shit.
The top contenders in that race are Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy, Congresswoman Robin Kelly, and Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton. Our own Shaquille Brewster, who is off.
Yeah, in case says, and BIS wasn't funded by AIPAC, but he sure as fuck was funded by J Street, AIPAC Light. And that's the... Guys, we don't live in fucking Israel, okay? I hate to break it to everybody. We live in fucking Illinois. You need to fucking act appropriately. I think all of this fucking PAC money is going... I mean, it already is the end of us. Because we wouldn't have fucking Trump with all this fucking PAC money. Like, it's... A line must be drawn.
Often a road warrior on the campaign trail, caught up with all of them in recent days, and they make the case for why they believe they are the best candidate for the job.
I don't need to prove my...
Oh, you know what? Hey, tech supporter has a good idea. She should run as an independent. That'd actually be pretty funny. She should pull a fucking Cuomo. I gotta double check. I don't know if we can do that here. I gotta check and see what kind of the general. I gotta see if it's an open general. If it's an open general, I say fucking rock out. Let's do it anyway.
My anti-MAGA credentials, but what I do need to do is address those issues that people care about right now, which is how are you going to help me economically?
Ton says Tim's hat would have got more than 700 votes. I would have fucking been okay with that.
And how are you going to stand up to Trump and hold this administration accountable?
Congressman Krishnamurthy has been in Washington for 10 years. He's been spending the last 10 years raising money so that he could run for Senate. And I can tell you that people aren't looking for that. They're looking for someone who is going to deliver, to not just fight against this president, but also know what they're fighting for.
People have talked about, you know, one of us should drop out, but whenever I say it's not going to be me, people agree. I am the most qualified person running. Her record can't touch my record. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just stating the facts.
Joining me now from Chicago is NBC Shaquille Brewster, and NBC Chief Data Analyst Steve Kornacki is at the big board. Shaq, you were up close and personal with the candidates, as you have been so many times. This is a Senate race. It's high profile. We heard a bit of your conversations. Tell us more about what they have to say and how voters may be seeing these candidates differently. They're all pretty well known.
No, that's exactly right, Kelly. And to pick up on the sound that you just heard, the interesting thing here is, despite what you just heard them say, there are very subtle policy differences when you listen to these candidates. For example, they all want to raise the minimum wage. The question is it to $17 an hour or $25 an hour? But what these candidates do agree about is that this is a test of how Democratic base voters are feeling. And I want you to listen to what they said when I asked, how should people read this election? What does this election say about the core of the Democratic Party? Listen here.
It's fucking corrupt as shit, and they refuse to let anybody who's young, who has dangerous ideas to their fucking APAC / private investment / AI / crypto / you know, the same billionaire fucking Epstein class that we've all been fucking railing against for the last fucking 10, 15 years. They refuse to let anyone pass the gates. And they will run an additional 14 fucking people on the ballot just to make sure that the fucking one progressive doesn't get in.
I think that people should pay attention to two things. One, the fact that people feel economically distressed across the economic spectrum. The second set of issues that I think people should pay attention to is people feel that this government is not accountable to the citizenry anymore. They're acting recklessly. They're acting with impunity.
Yes, this is a blue state, but this is a critical seat because Donald Trump will still be president, and we need someone, again, that can hit the ground running and knows what she's doing and has done it.
This race is an example of how people are tired of the status quo in Washington. I'm the only candidate in this race that has made it clear I'm not going to support Chuck Schumer to lead the Democratic caucus, Senate caucus, because that's not what people are looking for right now. They want someone who's
Literally, that's all I needed to hear. She's going to get rid of fucking Schumer.
going to fight. And we need fighters and not folders.
Person to person says America needs to distance itself from all the foreign interference, Israel, in politics. Like, it's not helping. And this fucking Iran shit is not like this is why you can't put dumbasses into office, because they're easily fucking manipulated by more sinister dumbasses.
That last point is very interesting to follow up on, because when you look at some of these open congressional races in these safely blue districts, you have some of the candidates there also saying that they may not vote for Hakeem Jeffries for Speaker.
Hell no.
Trying to translate the anger that you hear and frustration that you hear among everyday Democratic voters into what they believe they will do if they do make it to Washington.
Are you getting a sense from voters that they see this as a nationalized race, or is it really, at this point in a primary, about issues within the party and the direction they want Democrats to go?
It's a little bit of both. This is definitely a national race when you talk to some of the people I was talking to here walking out. This is one of the tightest congressional districts. This is, by the way, Kelly, these are all the mailers that one of the members...
When I become ruler of this planet, the first thing I would do is remove the, you will go to jail for 100 years if you send out a political mailer to anybody's house.
Who lives in this district said they received just in the past couple of weeks. So when you look at the messaging on here, you see a lot of Donald Trump. You see a lot of messaging about immigration and anti-ICE. But you also have people saying, look, I want these kitchen table issues to be addressed. I don't like the rising costs of healthcare, the rising costs of housing. I want groceries to come down. So you have that split. And when you listen to the candidates, even some of those...
Professor Oak says, I'm just glad these political ads are over. No, they're not. That was just the primary. They're going to come right back in November. You get like a 3-month break, and they'll be right back at it.
Congressional candidates in these open districts, they're trying to capture that energy as well. And they're saying, pointing to the war in Iran, for example, saying that that is not something that's lowering your prices, and that's why I'm the best one to fight against Trump. So they're trying to combine all of those issues and, again, capture that energy, frustration from some of these voters.
That was a very tactile way to show us a lot of campaign cash in your hand there with all those direct mailers. Thank you, Shaq. You brought us a lot of insights there. And let me use that to turn to Steve and say, we heard how Shaq walked us through who the candidates are, what the voters are saying. What are you looking for as our data guy tonight?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's that Senate race, and you talk about this is a blue state, likely the winner of this Democratic primary, very likely to become the next United States Senator. Illinois is a gerrymandered state when it comes to congressional districts as well. So there's some Democratic primaries tonight, some very competitive, very expensive Democratic primaries for the House that I think are also going to determine who the next member of Congress is from these districts. So let's take you through some of those House races we're looking at tonight here.
I thought that was Jesse Jackson Jr.
This is the 2nd District of Illinois. Now, Robin Kelly currently represents this seat. She's giving...
I didn't know he was out of jail.
it up to run for the U.S. Senate. So who is running in the Democratic primary here? Well, here's a familiar name, Jesse Jackson Jr. He held a seat from this district from 1996 to 2012. He left as a federal investigation of his campaign spending and ethics was going on. He's seeking a political comeback here. His main opponent appears to be a cook.
And he was also caught in the wiretap with Blagojevich trying to purchase Barack Obama's vacant Senate seat, which is why Blago went to prison. I thought he went to jail, too, for that.
County Commissioner Donna Miller. Now, this is the 2nd congressional district. You're looking at this and you're saying, wow, that's a pretty good-sized district there. Well, this is part of what gerrymandering is in Illinois. Almost all of the vote in the Democratic primary is going to come from right where this green circle is, in the city of Chicago and in those inner suburbs in Cook County. Like 90% of the Democratic vote in this primary is going to come from right in there. So there's been a ton of money that's
Chicago
forward into this
Heights,
race. Some interesting fault
Crete,
lines between these candidates.
Stager.
There's another state senator here, Robert Peters. He looms as a potential factor here as well. But again, the winner, this is an overwhelmingly Democratic district. So you're seeing essentially the next member of Congress going to be picked there tonight. Look at another competitive one. This is the district, the 8th, that's being given up by Raja Krishnamurthy to run for the Senate. Another vacant district here. Now, this one takes in, again, you're talking about half of the vote here is going to be in Cook County. Then there's a little bit in DuPage County, and the rest of it is out here. Basically, the city of Elgin, basically out here. And the two main competitors, again, political comeback. Melissa Bean, a Democrat, sort of a moderate Democrat who held this seat until 2010. She was defeated in the Tea Party wave, Republican wave of 2010. She's seeking a political comeback.
And Professor Oak, you say Stratton is anti-crypto. I'm not a crypto guy. I'm not. This is where my tree hugging comes in. There's better ways of having decentralized wealth than cooking the planet. You know what I mean? Because like there isn't a way to do that without cooking the planet. If there was, I'd be all for it, but there isn't yet. So when they fix the massive heat and carbon issue that they have, then I'll be on board. An energy issue.
Her main opponent here is expected tonight to be Junaid Ahmed. Now,
Do mermaids in Lake Michigan vote? No.
Ran against Krishnamurthy in a primary from
We have not had mermaid suffrage in Illinois, not yet.
the left a couple of years ago. He's endorsed by Bernie Sanders, by the
But the flippers, not the flappers, the flippers are going to do something about that.
Justice Democrats. He got smoked by Krishnamurthy, but there is some familiarity. We've seen a lot of energy on the left. There are other candidates in this race, so see what happens in that district tonight, too. And one more to keep an eye on here. There's a bunch of others, but the other main one to keep an eye on here, this is the 9th district. You're talking about sort of the North Shore.
Like, look at homegirl, Bushra. Like, they got her up here like she's somebody, right? This is the problem. They start fucking blending muddying the fucking waters. Let's go back to how many votes did she get? She got 6,000 votes. She ran at 5%. But you got her up here next to Kat. Like, this is the shit I be talking about. Like, it's the framing of things by these centrist and neutral parties is always in a way to make sure that the people get as little as possible and that their corporate overlords get to keep everything that they've stolen. Like, that's just the long and short of it. This race is not going to be covered in a way that is accurate. It is always going to be characterized in a way that is, oh, wow, what a horse race. What could we say about this that hasn't been, like, it's just so fucking cheesy and fake. God damn.
Suburbs of Chicago extending a little bit. There's not much vote out in this part of the district here. But again, this is a Democratic district. Jan Schakowsky has represented it for almost 30 years. She's retiring. It's an open seat. Daniel Biss, the mayor of Evanston. Kat Abou-Gazela, an influencer, who's got sort of a national reputation.
And that's how they frame her, an influencer. She's a journalist. She's an investigative journalist who exposed all that bullshit with Tucker Carlson and got him kicked off Fox News. Like, she's not an influencer. But that's how they phrase her, so that's how, you know, the normies will look at fucking, this is how they ingest their political news. And they're like, oh, influencer, right? Like, they just, you know what I mean? Like, that you just fucking poison the well on people. Meanwhile, why don't you take 2-3 minutes? I took fucking 20 minutes going through all these bonus fucking candidates that are at the bottom of the fucking thing, bleeding 500 votes here, 800 votes there. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And they're seen as sort of the two leading candidates. And then Laura Fine, there's been a ton of money who's come in for her. She's a state legislator. She looms as a big prospect here as well. So, but again, in this district, overwhelmingly Democratic, you're likely looking at the next member of Congress being picked tonight.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate
Yeah,
all.
thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Yeah, and this was their website. So after Chris Hayes and Homegirl talked about him, then he's like, oh, these people were on your show too. Reporter Brandy has a long-time running relationship and a joint podcast with Ben Collins, partner of candidate Abou-Gazela. What does that have to do with the fact that you guys were fucking making bullshit websites? and fucking and doing this shit. Right? So the fact that she knows Kat, or she knows Kat's friend, that means that it's okay for you to fucking pay people to fucking talk trash to get her out of the fucking race. So that's what that makes it fucking justified. Transparency isn't just a talking point. Are you fucking kidding me? And that's the other thing. The fucking arrogance of a lot of these fucking the arrogance of a lot of these fucking guys. Oh yeah, there, Chuy Garcia. Oh yeah, where's District 4? That's what I want to look at. Yeah, Patty Garcia. Uncontested. He gave up his seat and handed that shit off. Running unopposed. Unbelievable. And this is the Democrats. And then people are like, oh, you're a Democrat. No, the fuck I am not. That is not how that works. I have to vote out the fucking bad people. So I have to vote for the slightly less bad people to get rid of you fucking assholes that are ruining the fucking country. Oh yeah, Stoughton had a good ad. What was it? How do I spell it? Stratton. Where's the ad at? Where is it? This it? Oh, there it is.
Fuck Trump. Vote Juliana.
Fuck Trump. Vote Juliana.
Fuck Trump. Vote Juliana.
They said it, not me. I'm Juliana Stratton, and I'm proud to have lived my whole life on the south side of Chicago. I'm not scared of a wannabe dictator. I'm running for Senate to stand up to Donald Trump. I'll abolish ICE and hold Trump accountable for the crimes he's committed. Just like they said, fuck
Trump.
Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump.
Vote Juliana.
That's why I approve this message.
Like,
Trump.
Fuck Trump.
Hi, Tammy. That's Tammy Duckworth, our senior senator now, from Illinois. Like, the ad's great. I mean, we'll probably talk about it on Unboxed, but that's exactly what the people have been feeling in one of the Evanston Mayor Daniel Bliss, who campaigns specifically against AIPAC's influence, was endorsed by the progressive pro-Israel group J Street. Exactly. That's what. Tech support. Some of the non-trolly people are over on the what do they call it? Landscape, the horizontal one. So, I hope you sub and then join the grown-ups in the big pool where they don't have to deal with the crazies. Got to bait in the losers. Oh yeah, someone said I should watch this about Rand Paul, and then I'll probably call it here. We're gonna take Stinky Mama out. We're gonna go have a play date. So I'm gonna get done with this stuff, pack up all the stuff in my office, go take a shower, and we're gonna go have some fucking fun and try to distract myself. Gina says she got my vote. Like between I'm abolishing ICE, fuck Citizens United, the what's that tax? The high earners tax that is going to be a graduated tax that goes after billionaires and millionaires. Like, I'm with it. Now just fucking do it, or else we'll fucking have your ass out of here so fucking fast your head will spin.
Practice of this committee for the chairman to ask nominees the following question. Do you agree without reservation to comply with any request or summons to appear or testify before any duly constituted committee of Congress if you're confirmed?
Thanks, tech support.
I do. We'll now proceed to 7 minutes of questioning. The record should show, and I think will show, a lack of contrition, no apology, and no regrets for your support. You completely understand the violence that was perpetrated on me. You're unrepentant. The only thing you quibble about is whether I met you somehow when you were in the house. I don't think we ever met when you were in the house. And this idea that the only thing you're upset about is not that you were for violence. What you're upset about is that I called you a liar because you said it to my face. It's really more about this machismo that you have. When in Oklahoma, the media asked you
what the hell?
about the refugee welfare programs, the programs you voted to continue funding, it was this whole idea that you were going to transfer because you were uncomfortable, your anger, low impulse control, causes you to then go after and decide that you're going to go after me as well. And so you say you completely understood that I was assaulted from behind, had 6 ribs broken and part of my lung removed, and that was just fine. That's something that you, I guess, approve of as far as resolution of political problems. When I talked to you privately on the phone, there was no apology. You just said, well, we can let our political difference, go by. And you said a few minutes ago, we can just set it aside. Well, political differences we can, but when you say that you agree with a felon, a Trump-hating felon who attacked me, somehow you think I'm just going to set that aside? Oh, it's no big deal. I lay in pain for 2 months, had 6 ribs broken, 3 of them separated, grinding upon bone for months, had part of my lung removed, and you think that's great and to be extolled. I mean, the sheer lack of any kind of self-awareness that you're going to be leading thousands of men and women who will have the use.
Wait, Rand Paul got jumped? Did I miss that? Did I not know that he got attacked? Hold on. I need... Y'all go over here and watch this. I need a new window. Hold on.
Great questions in our country about how that will be used, and you think a violent attack is just fine. So I guess my first question is, do you think that justifying that kind of violence sets a good example for the men and women of ICE?
Oh, it says here in November 2017, U.S. Senator Rand Paul was tackled from behind and seriously injured by his neighbor, Rene Boucher, while doing yard work at his Bowling Green, Kentucky home. The attack, stemming from a long-running property line dispute, resulted in Paul suffering 6 broken ribs and developing pneumonia. Boucher pleaded guilty to assaulting a member of Congress, receiving a 30-day prison sentence, and was ordered to pay $580,000 in damages. Injuries. Paul suffered 6 broken ribs, specifically 5 or 6 fractured ribs, and bruising of his lungs, which led to significant pain and breathing difficulties. Oh, so he got pancaked, and that shit just snapped. Oh.
And Border Patrol.
Mr. Chairman, first of all, I didn't know the extent of your damage. When the phone call was made, I made it to you, and I tried to talk to you. You didn't engage at all. In fact, you said, get your paperwork in. It's got to be 3 days in between.
You offered no apology.
Sir?
And you offer no apology today and no regrets. Haven't heard the word apologize, haven't heard the word regret, haven't heard I misspoke and it was heated and I made a mistake. Haven't heard any of those words.
Sir, actually it wasn't heated, and I'm not apologizing for pointing out your character.
Good. So you're jolly well fine, and you want the American public and the people up here to vote that may or may not vote for you to know that you supported the felonious, violent attack on me from behind.
I did not say I supported it. I said I understood it. There's a difference.
Oh, so that means you really didn't approve of it, just completely understand it. What do you think most people would interpret completely understand to be?
Textport says, good thing he has socialized healthcare. Socialized healthcare for all of the
support for
all the upper crust.
Condemnation of the violence.
Sir, as I said, we can have our differences. It's not going to keep me from doing my job as Secretary of Homeland Security. I'm going to secure Kentucky and take care of Kentucky as much as I am Oklahoma.
If this were a one-off, it would be one thing. If you just disliked me so much that you approved of violence against me, people could just write it off. Well, maybe they hate each other. But
motherfucking Macho Man caught Rand Paul raking the leaves. Fucking spine busted his ass. Holy shit.
Really is a pattern of this. Let's go ahead and roll it.
And then Mark Wayne made fun of him. Too bad you need his fucking approval to get into that seat, huh? Damn, that joke is totally coming back at the wrong time. Damn.
Tape.
You know where to find me. Any place,
That's when he wanted to fight the union, the Teamsters guy.
anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution, every poll?
No, no, sit down. Sit down.
Look at you.
You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond, Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it.
If he got up too, would you have gone at it?
Hi. What's up? Okay.
Right there in the hearing room?
There's a hot chick in here with her boobs hanging out,
Not
staring
this guy
at me.
Continues to get away with this stuff, and it's just, you know, it's silly, it's stupid, but every now and then you need to get punched in the face. Well, go back to the 1800s.
She's gyrating very suggestively. Madam, I'm doing a podcast. My wife.
In the 1700s, they used to have canings.
And duels. And they used to have duels. Yeah.
Right. And there was a way that men used to settle their differences. I ignored him 4 times prior to that. And people
Hey, put your phone down. You don't need to get into the into the chat. I was like, wait, what is she doing? Oh no.
say, yes, you're supposed to ignore it. Well, you know, I'm not.
All right, hold on. I was distracted. My bad.
You know, it's silly, it's stupid, but every now and then you need to get punched
I'm
in
just
the
watching
face.
this last video. Then
Well, go back to the 1800s and 1700s. They used to have canings.
And duels. And they used to have duels. Yeah.
Right. And there was a way that men used to settle their differences. I ignored him 4 times prior to that. And people say, yes, you're supposed to ignore it. Well, you know, I'm not a very good Christian. I try to be a good Christian. And I know people say you're supposed to turn the other cheek. I prefer the David method.
But we need to move from an almost.
And by the way, I'm not afraid of biting. I will bite.
Biting?
I'll bite 100%. Yeah. I mean, a fight, I'm going to bite. I'll do anything. I mean, I'm not above it. And I don't care where I bite, by the way. It just is going to be a bite.
In hindsight, any regrets?
No, I really don't.
So no regrets. In fact, even after your anger had cooled, you were still bragging that if he'd only been brave enough to stay.
What's going on, pup? Oh my God! Hold on. Hold, please. Are you okay? He's all right. Keeps licking the cat, and then he's like coughing up hairballs. I'm like, dude, you're not a cat. You can't do what they do.
Biting. I will bite.
Biting?
I'll bite 100%. Yeah. I mean, a fight, I'm going to bite. I'll do anything. I mean, I'm not above it. And I don't care where I bite, by the way. It just is going to be a bite.
In hindsight, any regrets?
No, I really don't.
In hindsight, any regrets? Dana Bash, CNN. No, I really don't. U.S. Senator Mark Wayne Mullen.
So no,
and he's native. Gina says hi. He's native, and it's like there's a good Christian and da. It just feels
no regrets. In fact, even after your anger had cooled, you were still bragging that if he'd only been brave enough to stand up, you'd have jumped over the dais and taught him a lesson, because that's how men should settle their differences.
Right.
Do you think fighting as a resolution for political differences is a good example for the men and women of ICE and Border Patrol?
Yeah.
As you can notice over my shoulder here is my good friend Sean O'Brien. Both of us have had conversations. Both of us have shaken hands. And both of us agreed we could have done things different. Sean is someone that has become a close friend. We talk all the time. I've been on his podcast. We've talked through this. That's how you handle your differences.
Yeah, but why didn't you do that on fucking stage, on camera, in front of everybody, when it fucking counted, when it fucking mattered? You were completely incapable of doing it then, when you were supposed to be doing your job. At that point, you couldn't do it. It was too hard, too difficult. You know, your tempers were flaring up. And, you know, I keep hearing this shit. I mean, I've been hearing this shit for my entire life. But you can't put women in certain political positions because they're just so, you know, emotional. You know, they'll just like start a war because they're on their period. I mean, look at these. Look at these. Look at these. You got Bernie Sanders' heart, fucking blood pressure all up, trying to calm your asses down. Stop it. But again, this is just, I mean, that's part of the patriarchy, right? Like this kind of like irrational, emotional behavior out of fucking white men is completely acceptable. It's normalized. It's fine. They're passionate. No, he's fucking immature and he wanted to fight on the fucking thing because he's a fucking meathead. Rest in peace to Meathead. He just died recently.
Like this, Chairman.
I'm glad you guys are friends now and that you've reconciled. But really, it doesn't get to the real point whether or not you think violence is the way we settle things.
Hello.
In the days after the fight, you said, and I quote, "Sometimes people just need to be punched in the face." Is that still your opinion, that political disputes can sometimes and often only be resolved by violence?
No, I don't always agree with that. I don't believe in political violence. I've made that very clear.
You tried to fight someone in the Senate hall. That is literally political violence, brother.
But sometimes people do need, theoretically speaking, that's, sir, I get
Oh, shit. Greg says Fetterman is such a child in this here. I didn't know he was there.
it. It's about character assassination for you. That's the way this game is played. I understand it. And you are making this about you, which is fine, but that doesn't keep me as Secretary of Homeland Security.
Character assassination when you were the one lauding the assault. Who do you think started that character assassination? I'm just repeating what you have done in character assassination. I'm repeating your support for the assault. So that's somehow something I started?
No, sir. What I'm saying is you're adding a lot to it.
In the days after the fight, you did many interviews in which you justified the violence as historically justified by precedents, such as caning and dueling. Is it today your opinion that the caning of Charles Sumner was not only justified, but argues still for resolving our political differences with violence?
What I was simply pointing out is some of the rules that still apply to this body. For instance, dueling with 2 consenting adults is still there. I was pointing out what is still
illegal for 170 years. There's no precedent for legal dueling. Even then, they fled the country. Do you realize that the man that beat Charles Sumner with a cane, he beat him till he was unconscious? And you know why no senators intervened? Because his friend held a gun on the other senators, and he kept beating him until he crushed his skull. That's what you're insinuating is the precedent of this.
No, put him in charge of ICE. Come on, man.
Senate, and that's what you live by. That is a very, very dangerous sentiment.
What a fucking joke. What a joke. All right, last one, I promise.
Next to the robotic voice spewing hateful anti-President Trump messages out of a crosswalk. Your reporter in Denver, Kirsten Roth, has been digging into this issue.
Must have been some... See, guys, you got to be careful with technology. Sometimes it malfunctions in, like, unpredictable ways, you know? Like, it's very hard to predict, like, how it's going to, like, interact sometimes. Like, I'm sure this is some sort of tech glitch, as the kids say. I wouldn't, you know, put too much... I wouldn't put too much into it. It's probably just a one-off accident. You know what I mean? It's probably just a one-off accident.
For us tonight. And cheers, some pedestrians in Denver encountered this over the weekend. The voice came out of crosswalks that are designed to help individuals who are blind or have other vision issues.
Yeah, that's right. The Department of Transportation and Infrastructure say they know of 2 locations that were hacked along East Colfax. Although they're fixed now, it was the talk of the neighborhood over the weekend.
I wonder what happened.
Here on the corner of East Colfax Avenue and Washington Street, things are back to normal. After hackers altered the audio signals to say vulgar messages about President Trump over the weekend.
I was surprised. I had to gather myself and think, did I really hear that? And then I was enamored. I loved it. It made my day. It was absolutely what I needed to hear.
Although we can't share the anti-Trump messages inappropriate for TV, people in the
Tech support says, Betts Paul still confirms Mark Wayne. He's one of the, I mean, he's a Paul, you know what I mean? They never kind of do what they're supposed to do. They kind of always go to the beat of their own drum. And we'll see, but I doubt it. I don't know if that guy's going to make it.
community didn't seem to mind it.
I kind of wanted my own recording just for my own personal sense of self-satisfaction or satisfaction.
As far as how this happened, Dottie says the crosswalk push buttons were newly installed, and as you can see, still bagged with their factory settings, saying, quote, that included a default password that we now have learned is easy to find online. These push buttons weren't meant to be operational yet, but just recently got power.
This happens a lot. You know, when you look at construction working signs, the ones who put the messages on.
Yeah, so why don't you guys go into great detail how exactly they accessed it?
I'm sure you've seen internet memes about people that have put their own messages on them, you know, and stuff like that. It always comes down to weak credentials, default credentials, and they're publicly available.
Daniel Pittman is an expert in cybersecurity with MSU Denver and says there are even websites that look for devices that have default credentials.
We have to always make sure all of our defenses are in place. We have everything locked down. We have to be perfect. But the bad guy only has to be right once.
Dottie says the passwords have since been changed and they don't expect a repeat situations at those locations, Michael.
Seems like everyone has a lot to learn from this.
That's exactly right. It might seem sort of harmless, but Daniel Pittman reminded me that any device that comes with factory settings, those factory credentials can be hacked, right? So we're talking about Ring cameras, we're talking about Wi-Fi that could be attached to baby monitors and a slew of other devices. There are people, there are websites that collect those.
I'm sorry, can you list those things again?
Right, so we're talking about Ring cameras, we're talking about Wi-Fi that could be attached to baby monitors and a slew of other devices. There are people.
Tell us, write that down.
There are websites that collect those factory credentials and make them available. So if there's one thing that we can learn from this.
Oh. Gina said she found that she saw the clip. So there's another video of it. What happened? How did I open my? Okay, there we go. That's why everything started running slow. I meant to hit. Okay, that makes more sense. I meant to hit the Chrome tab, and I must have started up my software. I was like, why is everything bogged down all of a sudden? So let's see. Denver crosswalk hacked. Oh, where's the button? It didn't even play it. Yo, y'all are weak for that. Oh, here we go. Better?
A couple of
9 News reporters
between an
The walk signal is on. Trump murders children. The walk.
Enhance.
The walk signal is on. Trump murders children. The walk signal is on.
Denver's Department of Transportation and Infrastructure says just 2 intersections were.
Just one more time.
Audio did still say when it was safe to walk.
The walk signal is on. Trump murders children. The walk signal is on.
Of course, a fucking motorcycle's going past.
Denver's Department of Transportation and Infrastructure says just 2 intersections were hacked, Colfax and Washington and Colfax and Pearl. They have since been fixed. The department says the crosswalks were newly installed and the buttons weren't meant to be operational yet.
Well, I mean, if you blow up a school in Iran full of little girls, I think someone making fun of you in a crosswalk speaker is the least of your fucking worries. Jesus. Or it hacked into my own accounts on the target of your. It's coming on someone's big caboose. You alright, Zero? You're coughing up some shit over there. What's going on? What's going on? All right, let me check one more time, make sure nothing crazy is happening. Because I'm going to turn all this shit off for the rest of the evening. It's Wednesday. We don't have any shows on Wednesday nights. But we will be back Thursday with headliners. And Thursday night we got Jerome Paul's talking.
How long it will take for tariffs to go all the way through the economy. And so what we've been doing is our staff's been doing.
Unboxed Politics
it's very
tonight,
interesting.
tomorrow night.
They started off with just an estimate because there wasn't a real history. And then they've built, based on the history that they're seeing of tariffs coming through into prices, they can now have an arc. And for all the tariffs, they can say, well, so we have, I think, a slightly more confidence that we will see tariff inflation coming down, not prices, but you won't see further increases. And we should start seeing that more and more in the middle parts of the year. We do expect that. Now, you're also right, though, that the level of...
Unmute.
The walk signal is on. Fuck Trump. The walk signal is on. Trump murders children. The walk signal is on.
Okay, let me get that on the soundboard here. Hold on. Everybody shut up.
The walk signal is on. Fuck Trump. The walk signal is on. Trump murders children. The walk signal is on. The walk signal is on. Trump murders children. The walk signal is on.
That's great. I mean, you need to have these little daily reminders. Well played, Gina. Everyone, onions in the chat for Gina for her intrepid work. Between her and Chris C, how would we get the show out the door without the financial support of Allie and Tim Ballum? I mean, we have such the burgeoning young media empire that will soon take over this forsaken, darkened land. But I mean, I hope this kind of like puts some, metrics to what people are kind of feeling, and do not let Kat's loss be a oh, we're doomed now, it's never gonna work. Like, don't fall for it. You know what I mean? Because as much money as some of these lobbies have, they don't have infinite money. And we did just get them to waste like $30 million in the primary. So, while unfair, we are not undeterred. I mean, look what they did to fucking Jasmine. Do I have her on the soundboard? Oh, Gina's favorite. Oh, it doesn't work anymore. Oh, a lot of these aren't going to work anymore. Please, where's 6Bs? This one. It doesn't work anymore because I moved all of the files. That's right. I put them into one folder, so then the locations are wrong. But they screwed over Jasmine. And they let the Republicans do it. And they're like they are, if you guys haven't figured out already, that this is a one party with two wings bird. And that we're trying to literally start a totally separate bird that actually gives a shit about the fucking eggs. That's us. We're the eggs. We're all eggs. That's where we're at. As it is going to be a double uphill fight with baby oil and snow and mud and gravel. They're not going to want to give up power. But unfortunately for them, they suck at running campaigns. They suck at influencing people. And they have to bankroll on thousands and thousands of mailers and advertisements on television stations that we don't watch anymore. Like they're doing their best in their old dinosaur ways. And that's fine because as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad we know what their strategy is. So let's counter that shit and get the fuck out of here, because they are not allowed to win. Not the war. They can win a battle or two, but they're not allowed to win. They said, I want cheaper eggs and I want cheaper gas and I don't like brown people, so let's get rid of them too. And look what they got. No jobs, no money, Doge is closing all the shit in rural areas. And then they're like, I'm not sad. You're sad. You're sad. Look at these liberal tears as I fucking get on Snap for the first time in my life. Like, these people can kid themselves, but don't let them kid you. They are desperately terrified of the landscape that this fucking buffoon has laid out before them. And the Republicans have exactly zero plans to steer themselves out of this. Their long-term goal is to just blame Trump later. Well, you know how Trump is. He did that shit. I was trying to tell him no, but then I was trying to tell him, but then they wouldn't listen to me. I can guarantee you that's coming next from them. So, drink some water today. Make sure you take all of your medication that you're supposed to. Allergy pills. Spring is coming. If you have any meds that you keep forgetting to take, this is your reminder to take your pills. Maybe call somebody you haven't talked to in a long time or send them a message. I'm going to go play with the baby and make some food today. I'm going to do some cooking today. But we did what we could do for the primaries. Congrats to those who won. I don't have any worries that we need to, everybody, let's back them in the general now. We have to do it. I mean, I think that should be fairly obvious. I don't think I should have to say that, because putting in a douchebag like fucking, what was that guy's name? The guy running for governor, Bailey. Well, your bills don't have a southern accent, so that shouldn't matter either. Fucking carpetbagger. Don't fall for the okie doke. Be good to yourselves. And drink your meek.
Well, I did this. Why can't you?
Oh yeah, and subscribe if you're new, please. Shit, I always forget that. What?